CeX on the first one looked very timid. I mean, usually when we cast with regulation, they're playing aggressive, Reggie's making them call confidently, or sorry, Astro. But I mentioned it before, every single time I cast them online when they had success, I said, what is, you know, Astro's limit, his peak, right? As an inexperienced caller, what happens when you put him into high-pressure scenarios, say on LAN or in playoff scenarios in best of threes? How is he going to be able to perform? Is he going to get scared in his calling or not be as confident and taking as many risks?
Well, maybe. And it seems like that's the case today. Doesn't seem like it's all showing up, does it? Seems like it's only partially showing up. They're not firing from all cylinders, they're firing from one. And that's not enough.
But how many is all?
5. There's 5 players.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually. So who's that one who's performing right now on CeX?
Link, I guess.
You just said that because it's always Link usually.
Yeah, normally.
It's probably Emsky, actually, the previous one.
It's always a safe bet.
It is indeed. So it will be the pistol round coming out. Neozino buying the utility run out for the T side. Smoke double flashbangs to go fast towards B.
Push coming in though, as Pulse will find the opening frag. Straight away takes down Dances. This could be them getting the opening pistol round on the board. And it might be quite scary if it does go their way. LS struggling right now as he gets overwhelmed as well. Doesn't find a single frag before he goes down. And they take control of that bomb site in a matter of seconds. Elevated angle in play, but Hemzik will find the first headshot. Link as well fires back towards Jenko as they fall into a 3 versus 3.
Kit, though, still into the arsenal of Astro. MCK now from the elevated angle gets 1, but eventually Link will tread out the kill. It's going to be a 2 versus 2.
Link still trying to do so much more, but he's struggling to really find that headshot back on towards Mick as he just holds down. Unfortunately, Astro will find the headshot back. It's all on Nilzinho here. The bomb as well. He takes down Link, but he has to extend out. Astro has the kit. He can defuse the bomb here right now. And he gets away with it. Nilzinho going to be kicking himself off the back of that one. Unfortunate. Eventually finishes off with his Glock 18 Neil M. But still, could have been better.
That's one of the issues there, or one of the benefits of buying smoke diffuse kit. Unlike when you go for a smoke diffuse, when you're playing versus AKs or orbs that can continuously spam through the smoke, really find it easy to kill you. Having a Glock, you have to land a headshot. That's why a lot of the players go for knives in the pistol rounds, because it's far more reliable. Nevertheless, though, or anyway, it's going to be CeX taking the pistol round. And finally, Jack, in this best of 3 tonight, CeX are going to have the advantage, be it 1 round. It's going to be the full eco coming out from the T side, of course. They got the bomb in. Well, they got the bomb down the previous round. So, as we go into round number 3, it should be the buy coming up from Method. Probably a 4-5 AK buy from them, or maybe one player buying a Tech 9 or Galil to be able to afford more utility. But yeah, 3 UMPs run out for the CT side. Famas onto Hemsky, M4 onto Astro. It's looking like a farm round here for CeX. Have 4 or 5 stay alive and build up their bank heading into the buy rounds.
I thought you meant because there's lots of animals and farmyard related items on the server.
I don't think this map's based for farm, mate.
Do you not?
No.
Yeah, right. Well,
there is fish though.
Yeah, I don't think you really keep fish in a farm. That's more of an aquarium. Like, what do you farm from fish?
They're eggs for.
Oh, caviar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But that's really expensive fish. You can't really farm that on a normal basis. But anyway, Dances going to try and do a little bit of farming himself as he is sitting on the dirt right now as the push starts to come through. Tries to take down Mick, will get one, but the trade comes back in. Pulse up to his old tricks as he spins around like a lunatic. We
saw this happen on Cash. CeX win the pistol, and their Method still bite back and win versus the full buy when they were on eco. And see if they can repeat it though. Pulse holding the line out towards CT as all the remaining players from the CeX side rotate in through CT.
Pulse has the angle. Fires the first frag, fires the first bullet even, but he can't actually connect it, so unfortunately they will be able to push through back towards the bomb site. Stanley waiting as well as they need to peek together, try and play as a unit here. Astro eventually will fall. Stanley connects the headshot. Hemzik and Link go for a boost play. The Pulse will punish it, and Stanley as well finds the final frag. So they reset CeX here and do pick up the response round. They do indeed. CeX 1,500 across the board right now into their bank. Are they going to force this one, or are they going to go for the double eco once again like we saw on Cash? Just look like they will go for the first option and buy up. Dances now buys a scout as well, which means no AWP into round number 4 or 5 if a buy comes in case Method do win this one. That mass retrieved by Jenko. M4 onto Pulse. And then 3 AKs going to leave the rest of the buy round for Method on the T side as they are playing versus the Force buy. Kevlar onto 4 players. Scout onto Dances and upgraded pistols across the board. Method had success with a similar buy like this, but that's back off of Jenko's incredible 4 headshots on the Scout. Dance is now a very good player with the Scout, but can he repeat it into round number 3? Slow stuff from the side of Method into the round. Don't want to overextend too far, obviously just holding out, waiting for the push to come towards them, try and find those opening picks. CeX playing it quite timid as well, though. They have the aggressive crossfire setup from Astro and Link, but that's basically the only notable play The rest have been playing out fairly standardly.
All 5 players towards Banana now. Still 3 towards A from the CT side. Hemsky has him rotated back towards B, and that could definitely be the difference maker into this one. Pulse lining up the smoke towards Ruin. They're going to have the smoke towards CT as well. It's going to be the execute coming in towards the speed bomb site. LS down to just a deagle. Going to be forced to try and hold this one.
Push comes through. LS finds the opening headshot. Struggles to get the second, but eventually does compose himself as he takes down Stanley as well. Pulse will trade it back though with the M4 as he just lets rip a ridiculous amount of rounds to find that frag. Leaves them in a 4 versus 3, but they have site control.
Exactly that. Afterplant should come through, but they don't really have any good afterplant positions. All the players close towards site, but luckily for them, full rotation, from the CT side towards CT once again. No one going to be coming in from the flank towards Banana and maybe catch Jenko off guard. Smoke comes in towards CT once again. There's no kits right now on the CT side, so this could definitely be a round for Method.
Could be indeed, Snods, as they have set themselves up. Good afterplants. They have the power play positions. The push starts to come back through for the side of CEX, but they just walk into Pulse's crosshair. He's able to pick and choose when he needs to peek and find these frags so easily as he does a ridiculous amount of damage. Pulse on for the 4K before he eventually will fall to Hemzik, but still 2 players on the side of Method. They have no real reason to peek. Hemzik just going to try and recover that M4, but will he even be able to get off site safely here as Jenko takes the fight, isn't going to allow it, finds a frag with the Famous.
Forced by 1 there, or sorry, lost there by CX, which means that the full eco should come out into round number 4. Seems like Method, off of winning that full eco, they had no Kevlar into round number 2. And it's looking like after winning that full eco, they should be getting to 3 rounds on the T side. A 2-round advantage, of course. They still have to win versus the full eco here from CX, but with the SMG as well onto Stanley, this should be a very clean and easy round here for Method. Try and farm as much cash as possible. Obviously, want the kills in the SMGs, but then again, have 4 or 5 stay alive, and the money will still build regardless.
It's true. So all they got to do is rack up a couple of kills here, do a bit of damage. Link, they're the only one that's actually going to survive so far. It's been an incredibly fast round for Method, obviously just finding those frags as they needed to. Link has only got that P250 to play with as he tiptoes around, trying to hopefully find an exit frag or just something to make this round a bit more worthwhile for him. Does start out Stanley, who is just underfooting along, finds that very easy kill. Wanted to grab the weapon, but Nilzinho is not going to allow this.
So, 1 to 3 as the second buy round comes in to effect. I say second, actually the first buy round of course, Method won their full eco, and they won versus CX's forced buy, which means this will be the first buy round we've seen so far. Are Method going to play for heavy control towards Banana, or are they going to allow CX to have control of Banana, rotate a player off, play 4 towards A, have 1 player anchor that B Banana position? Or will they fight for him? Nades rain through, but Dance and Co playing very passive towards B. LS and Dance playing towards the B bomb site, and then Link, Astra, and Hemsky playing towards A. So, does that mean Hemsky is going to be the arch player and AWPing towards the A bomb site? Or is Dance going to be AWPing towards B, or are we going to see a double opposite? We see that very often on Inferno, especially on the CT side. But anyway, round number 5 now. 5 AK buy from Method, no one wielding the AWP on both sides here. Once again, a 5 rifle buy, a 10 rifle buy, sorry, when you do add up both teams. Saw the same thing happen on Cash, but Method kept winning these rounds, round after round. And right now, they give up control of Banana, which means it's very easy now for Method to sell a fake. They have control of Banana. They can line up the smokes towards Ruin and CT and force a rotation from Arch and try and hit the A bomb site with a man deficit.
Push starting to come out as they are making their play through. Going to face both angles together as they try and take that early mid control. They actually force CEX back immediately. They don't get much of an information read into the round, and there's 3 players stuck towards that A bomb site. If they force off a rotate here, this could be unreal.
Could indeed. Stanley, aggressive now towards B. You can see how far up he's able to get back up of how passive Dances and Ursa playing towards the B bomb site. 30 seconds left, and all it takes now is 1 or 2 flashbangs or a smoke or a Molotov to come in to sell a fake towards this B bomb site. They're going to allow Stanley and Co just to walk up slowly but surely.
Slowly tiptoeing in. Stanley leads the charge. He peeks out. Will find the first kill. They take down Dances. LS trying to play from second. Orange stays alive for far too long as he finds a double kill. Nilzinho will eventually trade it back.
They got in through Archjack. And now it's a 3 versus 3, but Astra has to be so wary and careful and cautious as to where Jenko and Co could be. But as for the first, it's going to be the 2 versus 3, but the T's have control of sight. As the double rotation comes in through Banana. Pulse finds 1, but eventually gets traded out. It's going to be Nilzinho down the 1 versus 2.
Neil trapped towards this site. Bush is coming towards him. Wants to find the first frag. Has the great 1 versus 1s to aid him. If they peek together, he will surely fall. But Astro does the task all on his lonesome. Peeks out, finds a headshot, and CEX get back in with another round. Yeah,
Jenko basically throwing that round there. Played so aggressive towards CT. All you had to do was double play up towards Ruin, have a player towards Tree, a player towards Ruin, have a crossfire there towards CT, And the round should be as good as done. Anyway, round number 6 now. As the money for Method is, oh god, not really doing too well. Jenko can drop over another AK if need be. But it seems like the drops have already come through. It's going to be the 5 AK buy once again for Method. No AWP in play just yet into this game. Max 7 bought by Dances towards that B-bomb site. And 4 rifles to finish off the rest of that CT buy. 3 players towards Banana early. But still, they're not really playing for Banana control here, Jack. It's quite strange. Usually you send 3 towards Banana, 1 player smokes the bomb of it, they do a double Molotov, and then they have control of Banana and they double rotate off back towards there. You leave 1 player there to have all the information towards Banana. Instead they're playing so passive. And look how close Stan's able to get here.
Stanley. He is pushing up quite aggressively. They do face out together though. Dancy's going to get the info, but he's not overconfident about it. Won't isn't going to extend too far and be taken down, not running the risk. It seems like it's going to be that late round take towards the A-bomb.
Again, a very passive setup here towards A from the CT side. Playing double towards side. They're playing good angles though, on top of the single box there, and Link playing the cubby. So if the push comes through, they should be able to find 2 kills as a bare minimum. Hemsky as well gives up control of middle, so no information towards any portion of the map. Jenko finds the first from apartments. Actually, no, from quad. Now the man lead. Let's see if Method can close this one out.
Pushing their way through.
Ooh.
They're actually backing off, resituating their attack towards that B-bomb site. They're going to run the risk. And with the lurk of Mick, he could spot out these rotating players as well, decimate the backup. They've also forced off Dances. He still believes this is going to be a play towards A.
There we have it. LS now alone towards the B-bomb site. And actually, even himself is going to slowly but surely rotating towards CT. Here comes the push though, they charge through the smokes.
He's still away towards the bomb site. Jenko with such a sick shot as he lands that headshot immediately towards LS. Dances will also fall off the back of Mick's rifle, and it's Astro and Link to hope to do something into the round, but ideally just back off and save.
Yeah. No chance though winning that one. 5 versus 2 as well. They have a kill onto Link and an HE, but lack of Molotovs and smoke grenades and flashes for that retake. 3-man disadvantage as well. They're just going to be throwing in the tower here and consuming this one. It's going to be 4-2 now. Can we see the money, please? John? Athen? So yeah. Very poor is the scenario and the situation the CeX are left in. Thousands to 2 players. Link is saved, so he will get 1.4k. 2.4k, they can jump over a FAMAS or a UMP onto one of the players if they deem it fit. But still, it's going to be a very one-sided affair for Method as they go into round number 7. They're going to have the firepower advantage, the momentum as well. If they win this next round, make it 5-2, break the money from CeX, force an eco, make it 6-2. They're going to be, once again, in the running to take this one.
Rebuyers coming out. They're going to try and buy up around it with as much as they can, obviously forcing a little bit. They have those 2 rifles and a ridiculous amount of utility, but this round relies so heavily on Link and Astro. Luckily enough, Link, of course, normally one of those big fraggers, can do a lot of damage and step up quite massively when he needs to.
So, salvaged rifles from the Astro and Link side, on the CT side. Stanley getting aggressive here, trying to see if there's a stack towards the B-bomb side, catches out Dances, and actually no. 2 HP for Zaki Dance. He will survive, lands the headshot down to Stanley with the second shot. And the spam does come to fruition. It's going to be the 1-man advantage right now for the CT side, but Dances is low. But they are still lacking heavily in terms of firepower and utility.
Oh, Mick as well with a swift shot. As he's going to remind Dances of these previous rounds. Very easy for him to find these shots right now as they get left into a 4 versus 4. They are setting themselves up for this late round take towards the A-bomb site. You can see CeX still deceived, believing that it is going to be a play towards B. Jenko takes a lot of damage from the Molotov though, and is forced to try and resituate the attack. And this might have actually forced Method out of their feeling of comfort, trying to go for the play towards A.
Potentially. 4 versus 4 now. CeX had the advantage, but Dances gave it away. It's a nice headshot there from MCK to equalise the scoreline, and the numbers even, sorry. Does make noise jumping. Bomb as well will be joining him to split out LS, take him down. Pulls towards middle, finds Astro, one of those salvaged rifles, which means 4 versus 2. It's looking like 5-2 scoreline, and CeX did eco this one, so they should be able to buy up into the next one.
Zick. Takes a secondary tap to take down Jenko, but eventually upgrades himself to the AK as well as Hemnit. There's a ridiculous amount of damage already. It's already 2 kills to his name as he starts to push his way back through. Has the Molotov as well, makes this round winnable. It looked like it was already too far gone, but now he starts to bring the plays to the table. Unfortunately, Ilzinho will pop his head. Ilzinho with the second shot as well as takes down Link, and Method continue on their warpath. Somehow, some way, low HP for the 2 remaining players on the Method side, but they still manage to claw it back. 2-5 will be the scoreline now, Jack, as it is a 3-round deficit for CeX. They're actually going to be considering this one. Wow. So
I thought they had 2,000 in the bank. They were going to eco that one and then buy up into round number 8. It's going to be 2 to 5 scoreline and buys on both sides, but instead it's going to be the eco coming in from CeX, so it shall be, well, it should be even 6 to 2, as long as Method have another clean round here versus the ecos. Presence towards Banana from the T side. Dance is playing close to the USP.
Dance's USP in hand here. Normally pretty good at trying to pop those heads off in close range combat from point blank. Will he be able to do enough damage? Hoping that his teammate's going to bait them in. They do push through, finds the first frag, upgrades to the AK, but Stanley is very effective at getting those trades back as he goes on to claim a double kill. Jenko towards mid as well. If he extends here, should be taken down. They have both angles covered, but he just gets out of there in the nick of time.
He does indeed. Oh my goodness, that's awkward.
Astro
gets it as well. It's going to be the one-man advantage for Method, but still, the knife comes through for Astro. That might even mean an AWP going into round number 9, and Hemsky manages to catch Jenko off guard. It's going to be the 2 versus 2. No kits, no Kevlar. They might just save this one.
I'm so confused of how he's even gotten away with that. Pulse just didn't shoot him, I guess. Just caught with the panic. Didn't,
had his knife out, tried to press 1 and get the AK out, but unfortunately for him, didn't manage to get it out in time and did go down to the knife. So, $1,500 into the bank account of Astro. How much money does he have now, please, Jonathan? Jonathan? Yeah, 3.4k. He will get 2.4k as his round loss bonus is the next one. So there will be potential here, Jack, for 2 orbs. One towards Arch, maybe one towards B, or if they want to get audacious, have an orb towards Quad, try to get aggressive there. But anyway, it will be 6 to 2 and a 4-round advantage now for Method on the T side of Inferno. After losing the pistol as well.
Yeah, pretty good result for them so far, as they are actually starting to get a bit of momentum going in their favour, finding the impact frags they needed to get to actually continue in a good fashion. Double up setup coming out with the rifles around it. Can they find those critical kills though?
5 AKs once again for the T side. I haven't seen an AWP yet into Jenko or Pulse's hands. See peeking up towards mid. Going to go for the peek to see if anyone crosses from mid, but instead just going to HE each other and Stanley is low. Doesn't manage to fall back towards tree. So, LS and Code want to take control of Banana, but do they anticipate Stanley to be in the off angle?
They do find the headshot. Gone towards LS. Stanley as well, going to get that nade out. Tags Dance, he's down to 20 HP, and he smokes him off. He also gives the fact that he had that orb towards B away. Now he's fired off that pot shot.
One-man advantage run out as the Apps burst comes through. Let's see what Hemsky's orb can do.
Oh, he gets the tag, but not quite a frag. It's Link that's done all the damage as he finds these easy kills. They start to pour towards his cross there. Hemsky will eventually claim 2 as well, and it's left on Stanley in a 1 versus 4 scenario. The bomb is down, but it can recover. It has a minute to try and pick up 4 frags if he wishes to win this round.
Yeah, issue there for Method was they didn't jump out of apartments. If they jumped out towards Quad and towards site, that could have easily been their round and their A side, but instead Link and Co managed to hold the line. Stanley lost alive now. 2 ways you can play this one. He can actually play to win it, Jack, or he can just play to take out money and guns from the CT side. Each kill he gets should be someone potentially on to a UMP or to force a drop and really hurt and slowly but surely whittle down that CT bank. Anyway, though, we'll play nice and passive. Bomb isn't down, which means he won't get a round loss bonus. Might even go all the way back towards CT, try and get a play in the back, but instead is going to go towards T-Spawn and save his AK.
Goes for the safe option.
Play,
Yeah, the save there. CeX, though, pretty good round from then. It looked like it could have gone south, but Link got the 2 massive openers, and it was just Hemsky to close it out, really.
Yeah, it was. Of course, if Link had gone down there, it would have been the 4 versus Stan from the kill as well towards B. It would have been a 4. It would have been a 3 versus 5. And then obviously Hemsky gets 1. He gets traded out. It's still the 2 versus 3 or whatever, and Method at the side. So close round, but no cigar there. Method make it 6 to 3. And look at the money here for CeX. Yes, they've got a good buy into this one, but 2,000 is the most money they have onto Link. And apart from that, a few players there on $1,000, $500 onto a couple of them as well. This could easily be a reset here if Method manage to make it 7 on the board for themselves in round number 10. And if they do, the reset comes out. That could, well, they could easily be winning the half there. That's a bare minimum getting to 8 rounds already after just 11 or 12. 5 AKs once again from Method as they don't want to go anywhere near the AWP. Flash comes in and Estes peek it, but eventually the smoke will dissipate towards Banana and middle as well. No re-smoke just yet as Hemsky gets the AWP to hold the line, and actually Jenko might be peeking into his scope.
Smokes are starting to come out. The angle is being covered by Hemsky, which depends if he actually gets the timing in his favour. Starts to reposition actually as he bounds back as he allows a bit of map control to be slowly encroached upon by the side of Method. They take a heavy hit towards mid as they are setting themselves up for the late round burst. Astro could be critical to this play as he holds himself in by blind spot. If they don't clear it, he could really get quite a few frags towards the back. Link as well, wait for the peak to come out. He will find the first headshots, takes down Mick, stunts the growth of them into this round, trying to spot out Jenko as well. Spotted his head here, he takes the fight through, but Jenko won't allow the same to happen to him.
Stanley may get caught guarded towards that Arch, and he does. Astro finds one kill. It's going to be the 4 versus 3, but the sight is potentially theirs. Hemsky's Orb has to eventually fall back and play more passive. Jenko now towards Graver. Going to peek out, spots Hemsky's head, and puts it to a 3 versus 3.
Equal situation to the round, but it's still quite easily go in the favour of Method. They're hunkered down in good after plants, but they don't have much utility left. Pulse will use the final nade he had, but the peak comes out. Jenko gets the information on the headshot. Pulse as well chimes in one towards Astro. Dances is the only one left on that CT side. He can't compose himself to connect these shots with the AWP. He's forced to run out of there with his tail between his legs.
Why does CeX just look so bad right now?
To name it.
They look terrified to make plays. They're playing so passive. They give up banana control every round. They give up mid control every single round. And they allow Method just to walk up middle, walk up quad, and just slowly but surely execute towards the site. Play the trade game as well. You've got Pulse, Jenko, MCK, players with incredible aim just walking up towards quad and taking 1 versus 1 Angels. And it's going to force potentially the Quasi-Buy to come out or the Eco to come out from CEX. And it's looking like, Jack, this could be 8-3. And Method already winning the half.
Yeah, Method just storming ahead right now. T-side as well, where you expect them to really pick up a lot of momentum and do a fair bit of damage. But this isn't great. CeX needs to get more of a buffer than this. If they go through with just 3 rounds in their CT half, it's going to be absolutely abysmal. Dances, though, finally playing with confidence. He gets the opening frag, and Stanley trades it back. They double it up as well. This is going to be demolishing for the confidence of CeX, and they do so. Stanley gets that second shot off towards LS.
Stanley with the UMP could easily retrieve the AWP now. That was dropped. So Dances peeks towards B, gets 1 kill, but gets traded out. Gives away the AWP for free. Jenko out towards Ruin. Does find 1, but eventually gets traded out by Astro as it goes to just a 3 versus 1. Link last alive now.
Link with just a CZ from miles away. It's not really the most efficient weapon from a range like this, so he can't even get these taps off. He's just hoping they're going to push towards him. He can actually get a kill. Finds a headshot eventually. Refaces as well and takes down Pulse. This is ridiculous. He has the time to try and push in. And look how far away Nilzinho is. If he clears this and had the confidence to try and go for it, could have been a different story. Didn't have the kit, though. Wasn't too favourable for him, so he decides to second guess it and back off.
Yep. Does some economical damage, but at the end of the day, it's not about that. 8 rounds to the board now for Method on the T side, and there's still 3 more rounds to be played. Make it 4, actually, sorry. CeX going to be going for another timeout. I like that. Obviously, you are in a 5-round deficit on your CT side of Inferno. It's really not looking good for them so far. They can still bounce back, though. CeX and the T side of Inferno were good. Actually, were they? Have we ever seen CeX play Inferno? We've always seen them on Overpass, Train, Cash, Mirage. I don't think I've ever seen them play Inferno yet.
No, not really. Can't say I have any astounding memories of them on Inferno, to be honest.
So, is that poor vetoing? I mean, when you think about it, right? If you're Method, okay, you auto-ban Train. This is one of CX's best map. You probably going to ban Overpass as well because in recent form you've been losing so many times with it to Reason, to CEX and whatnot. So you ban that. Imagine if CX maybe banned Mirage. I don't think they would have done that, but nevertheless, the veto's been very favourable, it seems, in terms of Method. Sending that towards mid, let's see if he finds the first. Goes through the smoke and actually somehow still gets a headshot. It's going to be Jenko as well finding the frag onto Link. But not before he found 1. It's going to be the 2 versus 3, and the sight is theirs. My goodness, Jack. This could be 9-3 and another round where CeX are forced to equal. Actually going to be saving this one. It's going to be 9-3 here. A 6-round advantage for Method on their T side, and CeX look absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, it's really weird. CeX not playing with a form we're used to seeing them seeming quite crushed, almost as if they've...
Just scared. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, Jack. It's really weird. Usually when we're casting CeX, they're playing aggressive, they're playing confident. Do you remember the first time we casted them as well, in the new lineup when they... well, minus Dances, when they had Hemsky in, and they played Mirage. It was Cash versus Oh Yeah. And they won 16-3. Astro was just running at them every single round. He didn't care at all.
Yep.
Had nothing to give. And now they look absolutely terrified. They allow Method to have all control of Banana, of middle. No one's peeking with an AWP. No one's playing aggressive towards apartments. No one's peeking or well, they're not doing execute towards banana. Usually you would smoke towards one banana, double Molotov the top of it, and then after the Molotovs fade, you flash and you take control of it systematically, but they're not doing anything. They're allowing Method just to play at their own pace.
Well, this is the thing. They've just given Method complete map control every round. They haven't tried to contest it. We've seen no real initiative thrown in there, even though they are losing out. They had gone for that pause as well. She thought maybe after the pause, post-pause, it would be a completely different story. They would try and take more map control, so situate themselves a bit better, maybe switch up the positions, but it wasn't. We saw an aggressive play from Dances, and since then it's been back to basics.
Yeah. CZ now for Astro. 3 UMPs into the CEX's side inventory, and the AWP once again for Dances, but I don't think we've even seen Dances get more than 1 kill in a round. A very poor performance here from our good friend, but unfortunately, the new recruit right now for CX, and it's looking like the pressure is showing.
Pushes coming in though. Dances will find the first kill on towards Mick. LS as well trades it out as they take down Jenko. Finally, they're actually getting some teamwork into the mix. Pulse going to run straight through the smoke as well as he bounds in, but it's an easy trade kill. Still going to go the way of CEX. They might be low, but no one has actually fallen as well, so this could be a clean round for them if they find these next 2 frags. As Nozinho will forward, it's all on Stanley in a 1 versus 5, gets the opening headshot, but Hemsick will trade it back.
Yeah, nice shot there from the Swedish import, making it 4-9 now, but nevertheless, of course, Method, if they win this one, make it 10-4, reset the money, CX will be completely broke into the final round. And this could be, once again, Jack, an 11-4 half. CX that time. I don't know. How often is Pulse going to be jumping through a smoke? How often is Method going to be walking into Dance's AWP towards B? All Method have to do is exploit the fact that... Oh my goodness, Dances misses that shot again. So, if Method take control of Banana here, execute towards B, smoke off Ruin where Dances was, smoke off CT, and play the trade game. Trade the player that's on site right now, which is Astro. This could easily be a reset round and double digits here for Method. They would smoke off towards Ruin, but no smoke towards CT just yet. As they're going to force out a rotation, and it works. They're going to leave Link last alive, the only player towards A. As Astro gets a double through the smoke. It's going to be the 3 versus 5.
Nicely done though, as Astro actually steps up quite massively. Just what they needed, that extra kick into the round as they start to fire up a bit.
I wonder if that's a one where they actually knew. It seemed like he had such a good lineup there through the smoke. Regardless, though, it's still going to be the 3 versus 5. A 2-man advantage right now for CX on the CT side after they've managed to claw back 1 round. Hemsky now peeks in towards middle from Arch. Spots 1 player, gets a nice fadeaway headshot, goes for the reface, but the bomb is down, and now the CTs know exactly what's going on.
Trying to push their way up as well as they take this aggression. Pulse is going to be slowly tiptoeing around. Smoke does actually go out. Hemsick peeks, finds the headshot back towards Stanley. Dances as well will do the same towards Pulse. And they actually might get themselves in the region of a 6-9 scoreline now. As Method, they're pretty broke. They have cash to play with, but they're going to have to splash it around a bit and equal out this buy.
Yeah, a 5-9 scoreline right now simply isn't good enough, though, Jack. You've got to remember, they won the pistol. This should be 9-5 to CX right now. We're going into the second half, and I'm saying, Method, they need to win this pistol. Instead, it's vice versa. CX, at this point, really need to take both pistols if they want a chance of taking it. And Link flushed the grenade, it kills his teammate!
Oh no.
What is this? This isn't the CX we're used to casting, Jack. As soon as the pressure is high, and they've got something to play for, and the stakes are on their shoulders, they seem to be crumbling.
Saw those stakes weighing them down.
Oh,
on
yeah.
their shoulders.
8-ounce stakes, they get heavy when you stack them up.
True. Mick as well. Tag coming out towards mid as he will get Link fairly low. Finds the headshot as well. This is ridiculous as they charge their way through. Make a mincemeat out of CX. Since that opening play, you could see Method obviously riled up, just thinking, right, they've gone in, team killed themselves accidentally. Let's just counter this and shut them down early. LS trying to do damage towards mid, but Mick grabs himself an AK and knows how to wield the weapon.
Dance is now the 1 versus 4. Has the AWP. Could make it to good use to his advantage.
Bomb has been planted.
Going to be peeking in through Arch. Issue right now is the fact that you got players close to him. MCK, actually no, won't be caught off guard. We'll check the flashbang. Dances does dodge it. Goes for the reface but gets spotted, and that should be it. They know exactly where he is. It should be a 10-5 half here, Jack. It's not looking too good for them. Method, if they win their second pistol, this could easily be 13-5 in the exact same scenario we saw on Cash.
Yeah, getting that pistol under their belt is basically going to set the scene for how this game should go. Obviously, CX, they have a chance to play a little bit better on their T half. In the past, I think, you know, majority, a lot of the UK teams, they do play better on their T half.
Yeah, it's all about how weak their CT sites is. But it's one out to this pistol here, Jack. CX win it, win versus the Force by and Eco, which they haven't done in the prior examples. But if they do, and they make it 8-10, there's definitely a chance for them to win this one on their T side especially. But if they lose this one, they concede the second pistol, and pistols go respectively 1-1. This could easily be a very swift 2-0 here for Method. Oh, he spotted them all as well. He saw the bomb as well. So, how are Method going to react to that one? CX, they've been spotted. Are they going to shift back towards B? Are they going to go for a fake towards A? What is their play? They have 5 sets of Kevlar, so no grenades to work with. They were banking on the fact they could get in towards apps and burst towards A.
Getting ready to try and go for this burst towards Valk. Jenko peeks out. He does get tagged down early. Actually fluffed himself trying to run out as well. Got tagged on the wall for a bit. But eventually will fall back towards the bomb site as they want to set themselves up for this play towards the A site. Gonna flood their way out. Mick peeks out first, finds one, but it's all going the way of Method right now as they find the frag so easily. Mick comes back in as well. Link will be able to do some damage towards the bomb site, but he's struggling to actually find the headshots. Eventually will punish Jenko, switch himself out to the USP, but he's left in a 1 versus 3, and the bomb is down miles away from his reach, but they keep pushing towards him 1v1. He gets the headshot back towards Mick, but Pulse is all it takes to take him down.
If there's one person you want in that scenario, he's probably got the best aim in the UK, Link. I guess his rivals is maybe Jenko, Pulse, MCK.
I don't know, mate.
Pure aim, headshot aim. I think Link might have the best. I think it might be better than Mix.
He does a lot of damage, but I don't know.
You think Mix pure aim's better?
It's a tough one. It's up for debate. I'm not too sure. I don't have an opinion to it.
Fair enough. Jenko, though, through the fire and flames, finds 2. As Hemsky will eventually trade him out. It's going to be the 4. Oh, make it 3 versus 2. As now it's going to be Hemsky last alive as the Glock finds 1 kill with it. But unfortunately for him, it's not looking too likely. There's no Kevlar and just the Glock 18 in hands.
They're going to find that kill back towards Hemzik there. Oh, look at that as well. It's quite nice. A little bit of a backwards B hop.
Fire's going to come in though for CeX now. 5 to 12 down. It's going to be the 7-round deficit for them on their T side as we go into round number 18. Method just need 4 more to close this one out. CeX need 11. So they need a 4 to 11.5 on their T side. The only real way I can see this being feasible here, Jack, is if they break the economy from Method. But already fast play here as Hemsky finds 1.
Yeah, I think this is as good as done right now, but Hemzik going to try and give them a bit of a lifeline anyway. Link chimes in as well as takes down Jenko. They're back into a 3 versus 5. They are starting to resituate themselves. Pulse bounce with the smoke. Ooh, struggling a bit, but eventually we'll find that kill on towards Dances. Another frag goes his way as well. It looked manageable for CeX at that point, right? They had the lead. All of a sudden, Pulse just turns around on its head off the back of those double kills. Both of them just focusing towards the same angle. So 3 versus 3 now. As Nuzunis to hold the line towards 8. Spots the players out, sees the bomb 2. And now 2 UMPs, M4 versus the 3 rifle setup that the T's have right now as the bomb is planted for Pit. And LS is going to play the afterplant and the bomb. So Link can line them all up right now as well. Goes for 1, goes for the second spread out, but eventually will be traded out. But look at the damage he's done to his remaining 2 players on the CT side. They have 2 flashbangs and a smoke displayer. They also have kits on either one of them. So there's always the chance. But actually, they are going to back off. They're not going to run the risk. Realize they have a big buffer to play with. Obviously, 12 rounds in the bank for them. Why would we run the risk and give this game away? Let's just back off, hold on to the weapons, come back in strong next round.
Yeah, what's their money like, John? If we could see it on our screen. So Pulse and Nuzunis can both drop over M4s into the next round. So we could just see a 4 M4 buy, a Mag 7 or a UMP onto one of these other players on the Method side, on the CT side. So yeah, it's going to be 12 to 6 now. CeX, though, still in a 6-round deficit as Method are doubling their score as we go into round number 19. Let's see. It's going to be UMP, a 5.7, a Mag 7. Interesting to see what the buy's going to be on both sides, actually. Astro going to be keeping that M4 in hand, and Dances here will be dropped over an AK. So it's going to be 4 rifles run out for Method on the CT side, and the CZ going to be picked up by Stanley. We've seen how prolific and proficient he is with that weapon. Already a 3-man stack in towards Banana here from the Method side. It's a good read, but Astro gets tagged up, but not before he did tag up no one. Actually, I thought he hit something there. I'm just seeing things, mate.
Apparently, mate. But it's a slow round coming out from CeX. Not really running the risk just yet as they hold themselves down. Might be a play towards B, though, as they start to set themselves up. They have utility to play with as well, just waiting for this push to come through. Pulse with support as Nilzinho. Listening out for those footsteps. They do make a little bit of noise as well, so Pulse is going to be wary of this and expunge quite a lot of utility early into the round. They will indeed.
So, no more smokes run out for the CT side apart from Stanley. And where's Stanley playing? He's actually playing towards Arch, so they can do another smoke towards middle if they want to. They have given up control of Banana. Astro, alone towards Banana, has a smoke and a flashbang, so smoke can smoke towards CT. Flush towards that B-bomb side, try to catch them off guard, but already the push comes in towards middle. As the CT side plays more passive, Jenko playing towards default. Stanley again with the CZ towards Arch. But actually, it's all a ruse, Jack, as they will eventually go back towards the B-bomb site. 30 seconds left. They have utility for an execute if they deem it fit. But it's looking like they're just going to go back towards the B-bomb site and just play the aim duels and the trade game.
Not really forced much of a rotate, though. They're still playing 2 players towards that B site. Nilzinho's in the elevated angle. They do have the utility to work with as they flashbang over and attempt to go for the play in. Nilzinho not blind to any of this, and they don't clear it straight away. He gets 1 frag before they trade it back. Hemzik does damage. Pulse trying to stay alive as well, as he will find 1 kill with its trade for trade, but Pulse still alive and kicking on the bomb site. Hemzik gets the bomb partner towards the smoke and backs off, but Stanley chimes in with the CZ frag. They also now know the location of LS, who's hunkered down towards Jenny, but he finds a headshot. Double kill comes out for LS as he swings his mouse around, and CeX finally get around.
Very, very close affair there from CeX. Eventually they will close that one out. Link and LS coming up clutch in the 2 versus 3. It's going to be round number 20 now, as it is a 5-round deficit for CeX. Now going to be playing versus the Eco that comes up from Method. So this is the scenario that I painted. CeX, if they want a chance of coming back into this one, they have to win the buy rounds, force the Ecos and the quasi-buys from Method, and get those 3-round wins. Because in a sense, well, essentially, you win 1 round, you force a quasi-buy, and you can almost see it as a buffer or free round versus yourself. That's the way they can eventually try and claw their way back from the deficit.
Exactly. There's going to be that play, though. Slowly tiptoeing up towards that B-bomb site. They know the Method players have those upgraded firearms, the small pistols that can pack a punch in close range. They don't want to really walk into them, so they have to clear the angles as they are. Slow but steady. Astro will take down Stanley as they now go for the play towards B.
1-man advantage run out for CeX. It is the full eco, of course, so you can't read into it too much. Bomb still towards T-steps. Paul spots a player around, who's turning for the flashbang, but doesn't actually manage to find the kill. Will eventually be Bush, but still wins the duel.
A couple of trades coming out as Pulse will find the headshot back on towards Astro. They're still not in a really great spot. Pulse also going down, leaving them with just Jenko and Mick, meaning that this round is essentially already given now for CeX. As they do take the fight through, Mick will fall. It's just left on Jenko.
It is indeed, Jack. It's going to be 8-12 now. Jenko last alive. P250, no Kevlar. Astro being the only player that died towards that B bomb site. He's not going to be able to go in and try and salvage that rifle. Pause, I believe, is going to be called from the side of Method. And if it is, what is their course of action going to be? So far, CeX have been doing the exact same Method have been doing to them. Method play passive towards Banana. It grants them control of that map. And they eventually just walk in towards that B bomb site or walk in towards A and win the aim duels. Jenko will be sorted out here, so eventually we'll have to do that.
Jenko just waiting for the push to come towards him. But they are actually just holding close to their chest. Not really going to push in. Don't want to run that risk. Give Jenko anything else to play with into the following round. CeX will now get 8 rounds in the basket.
What's in the basket?
What's the name, mate? A couple of oranges.
On top of my suitcase, that's where the basket is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, on the train.
On the train, you did have a basket on top of your suitcase. That happened.
That wasn't. Yeah, what a rude person.
Should have kicked off, mate. How dare you put a basket on my suitcase?
Yeah, as a family, wasn't it? You can't kick off us as a family. As soon as they got kids, you just say, you know what, you can have that.
You can have that basket.
You can have that basket on top of my suitcase, yeah.
I'll let you have that one.
I'll let you have that one. Not my suitcase, of course, but the basket
you
yeah,
can keep.
Yeah, you can keep the basket.
Yeah.
As it is on my property, so technically it's mine.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
The British train law.
Another Eco going to be coming up from the CT side. They're going to be conceding another one, so it should be 9-12, unless something audacious and crazy happens, Jack, but I doubt it. It's going to be the 5 AK buy coming from CeX. No AWP yet for Dances. Then again, though, what did the AWP really bring on that CT side? I love Zaki. Hashtag no homo. We've got to be brutally honest here, Jack. The AWP from Dances hasn't really been playing or doing too well on Cash and Inferno.
Yep, not too much really, but obviously there's always that potential find those opening kills. Astro, though, is just doing all the damage into the round as he finds the easy frags towards Banana. They keep pushing towards him, and he was able to just mop them up. So Pulse and Jenko have gone down. Stanley gets tagged, but is going to play it smart and back off.
So, 2-man advantage run out for CeX. They are playing versus Kevlar onto 2 players, Stanley and MCK. MCK and Stanley going to be the players actually rotating in towards the B-bomb site, but actually the bomb is going back towards A. It's going to be Nilzinho towards Pit, has an HE to his name, and that's it. No Kevlar as well, so won't really be able to do too much here. As the push comes up towards Arch, is actually going to be splitting B maybe? No, just going to be wrapping Arch towards A.
Nade goes over, going to soar through the sky. Transfer a little bit of damage out as they do start to push through. Dances will fall though as Nilzinho connects that headshot, but Link trades it back. It's just 2 men left on the side of Method now as well. But they can afford to lose this one. This was basically the round they were giving away to try and bite back into round 22, and it seems like they will just start to back off. They have got armor and CZs, no real reason to give those away for free, but they can try and play for exits.
Yeah, Method are going to have a good buy as well into round number 22. Well, they could, if they wanted to, bring up a double up setup. That could be very effective. The way that CeX are playing, more of that contact style, just walking up quad, walking up arch, and walking through middle, having the upset to hold the line and have those enemies and your opposition just walk into your crosshair. That's what you want to use the op against. Versus the slow contact plays. Ops usually so fruitless versus the executions. Probably have Jenko op towards B. And maybe have... oh, actually. I wonder if they're going to have Pulse up towards B and then Jenko up towards A, or vice versa. Could be interesting, but that's if they do bring the double up set about. Let's see, Pulse buys it first. Is Jenko going to be winning that green gun as well? He will be. So, 3 and 4, double up set run out for the Method side, and Dances is thinking about it. No AWP, so 5 AK buy once again from CeX on the T side. We saw Method have a lot of success on the T side with the AWP. Jenko will be AWPing towards the A portion of the map, and its Pulse will be AWPing towards B.
Let's see if the double up setup is going to pay off. Flashbang comes out, but Pulse is too hot to handle. Faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, and that's the play style that actually is so effective versus the AWP. Well, not versus the AWP. That's where you want to be playing the AWP. The contact style where Astra just walks into your scope and makes it easy pickings. It's going to be the one-man advantage round for Method on the CT side after conceding 2 with their full ecos. As they slowly but surely take control of apartments and middle. So they can execute now towards the A site. Smoke towards pit if need be, Molotov towards pit, smoke pit off, flashbang towards default, and push the site together.
Waiting for this play to come through right now as they just rev their engines. The foot is on the pedal. They're not sure if they still want to commit towards this play towards the A bomb site. There is another AWP in play, and they're not aware of it just yet. Jenko holding the tight angle. Smokes do come in. The flashbang trying to force him back as well. You can see CeX looking timid once again for this round.
They are indeed. Hemsky spots up play towards Speedway, but eventually will fall back. Going to join the ranks in towards the quad push, but no one actually coming in through Arch. Sorry, apartments just yet.
Mick goes down as Link finds his head. They don't clear the angle. Nilzinho able to push out from the bomb site. Finds 1 kill, and the second as well as Link now goes down. They're left with just 2 players on the side of Method. Dances will find 1 swift shot, but Nilzinho retaliates. It's up to Neil to try and close this out now, it seems. And the man will lead by example. The in-game leader steps up huge of a 4K and gets Method round number 13.
Captain and cooler there for Method, leading by example. This is a big 3K to finally get around on the board for Method as they do climb to 13. Round number 23 now, Jack, and it's 9 on the board still for CeX. Finally, the AWP's going to come into play there, but it's going to be in the hands of Hemsky. Does have the best spawn towards middle, so we'll peek out and see if anyone's going to be peeking his way. And actually, oh no. MCK is going to be smoking off second mid, going to be mimicking a play towards middle. Nevertheless, though, 1 minute 40 on the clock. Dancy's petrified in case someone's pushed in towards middle, but the smoke will eventually come out from Jenko as he peeks towards Boiler. And of course, apartments. Pulse now upping towards B. It's the exact same setup we saw in the last round here, Jack. And that's what got them their round 13 after losing 3 on the trot.
CeX will get that opening kill.
Was that through the smoke? It was.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so he picks off Jenko as he falls back. Look at that through the smoke.
It's pretty wild, mate.
That's a tilter. That is definitely an upsetting turn of events. It's going to be the 5 versus 4 now. 1 man advantage for CeX on the T side as finally they could be in a position to reset the money for Method. And if they do, they could easily make this 11 to 13 or even 12 to 13 if Method go for double eco once again. But of course, Method still in the runnings for this round. It's going to be round number 23, 50 seconds left. The bomb still towards middle. And 2 players from the Method side holding off the eventual push that's going to come in from CeX, which is actually going to go back towards B. So smart play here. Stanley rotates in towards Speedway. He's going to leave Pulse last alive. But look, he has no control towards B, so it's going to allow CeX to have so much control towards Banana and no early information from the CT side.
Oh, Link as well, meanwhile, towards A is finding frags, and I think they have realized that it was a bit of a ruse. They actually do stay there, as they are worried this push is coming towards them. Pulse gets the first frag off the back of contact play, though the flashbang goes out to try and buy him time to get back towards the site. He's now got the rotate coming in, but they're going to be dubious of the lurk that is over towards the A site. They get into an elevated angle as well. You weren't expecting that play from Astro. He takes down Pulse. Looks like Stan and Mick might have to save.
Yeah, Stanley as well. Going to be going for the save alongside MCK. Link towards middle. Could be in a scenario here in a position to potentially not allow these players to save their rifles as they go into round number 24. Jonathan, if we can see the money, please. Can they drop over guns? They can. So they are reset right now, but Stanley can drop over, and M4 MCK could drop over a FAMAS, or maybe even a UMP. But the buy is going to be so weak from Method in it to round number 24. It's going to be 10 to 13 now. CeX in touching distance of clawing this one. You're right there, Jack. Yeah, did you just zone out?
No, I was just waiting for you. This is
Oh,
your
well,
bit.
okay,
Talk
well.
about some money.
Yeah, I will. It's going to be the 4AK buy right now, and the AWP as well for Hemsky for the CEX side on their terrorist side. So far, so good from them, as Method only managing to claim one buy round. Remember, they won the pistol, they won the following round as well versus the EK, but since then, ever since the buy rounds occurred and CEX had AKs in their inventory and their arsenal to play with, things have really gone south for Method. As they're only one map away from going to the upper bracket finals and being one best of 3 away from qualifying for the UK Masters finals at Live 61.
Aggression coming out right now as they push their way down towards middle. CeX though, they are going to try and go for this play towards A. Well, the angles effectively, they look through, they spot out Mick first. Jenko also goes down. There's no chance of them warding this off now as they've got complete control towards A. There's no real quick response either. Method going to be struggling to do too much. They have to back off and save once again, it seems.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now. Method. Stanley, of course, going to be forced to save once again, as it will be the double CZ onto Pulse and Nuzin. It's not really the end of the world for them. But the biggest issue here is another round here, one for CEX. Jonathan, if we can see the money as well going to the next round, are they going to be able to afford double dot setup? Jonathan, there we go. So they've lost one of the trot after being reset, so they're going to get $1,100 into their bank. Who's the player that has the gun? Stanley has a... Is it Stanley that saved the M4? Yeah, it is. So Stanley can drop over an AWP if need be. Pulse can also buy up an M4 into this round. So Method are going to have a buy into round number 25, but the issue here is, Jack, it's going to be 11 to 13, when initially it was 5 to 12. Ever since the buy rounds have happened, Method has fallen short as it goes to 11 to 13. The bomb will eventually expire. So, are we going to see 2 AWPs run out onto the CT side? Stanley can afford an AWPS, Kevlar as well, and will be buying... Actually, no, buys an M4, wow. So we're going to be seeing a 5-rifle setup right now coming out from Method. Are they going to take control of Banana, take control of Apartments, play aggressive here, and try and catch CeX off guard?
They need to change something up right now. Looking very stagnant, very stale from the side of Method, and CeX have been finding answers that because of it. Let's see if this is a difference maker. Heavy aggression going out towards Banana only, but the Molotovs will ward them off. Cut them off from trying to go for this deep aggressive play early. Pulse as well, spamming the water smoke. Dubious they might try and push through this.
Yeah. So far, so good though for Method as they deny control of top Banana. Stanley does get tagged up just a little bit. But Dan sees his low as well from the CeX side. 26 HP for him. As with 1 minute 25 on the clock. Still 5 players alive on both sides. But eventually, slowly but surely, CeX now have control of top Banana, so they can sell a fake. They can execute on towards this B-bomb site. But thankfully for Method, they do have the full rifle set up towards both sites. So if the execute does happen, Jack, they're going to be in a prime position to hold it off.
Flashbang starts to come over towards that B-bomb site. CeX still trying to play these early round mind games, but it's getting towards the comfort zone now. So you have 50 seconds left to play over. It is going to be played towards the A-bomb site. They are hunkered down and ready for this push to come through, but CeX is slowly tiptoeing around. The rotate could be cut off by Nilzinho here, but he storms through. They'll now be aware of this and just hold the angle. He has slowed them down, though, momentarily. But if he peeks out, he will surely fall. You can see them. Oh, the timing! So ridiculous as he peeks through. Finds the shot back on towards Dances. Mick as well. Up above, will find another shot, leaving them in a 3 versus 3. Jenko peeks out, finds one. Will he get the second? Unfortunately not, as Link will take him down.
No reason there for him to peek. It's going to be the 2 versus 2. Kit, though, onto Stanley. But look at this. No utility to run out for the CT side. It's all down to the pure aim that they have. As the bomb is planted open, but Pulse now towards Quad has to find 1 kill here as a bare minimum.
Pushing his way back round. It's going to be Stanley and Pulse hungry to try and find these frags. The spray's coming out. Pulse is getting them low, but he can't quite finish them off just yet. Now he has fire support as the kills will go their way. It's all left on Hemzik. B250 in close range. Unfortunately, isn't going to be able to go the way he wants it to. Pulse takes him down with a CZ. The Method pick up the round.
They do indeed. 14 to 11 now. Method 2 away from closing this one out. 2 to 0 on both their map pick and CEX's. So far, so good, though, from the T side of CeX, of course. After the previous rifle round that Method won, CeX were able to reset the money. Question here, Jack, is can CeX break the economy from Method 2 rounds, or 2 times, sorry, on the trot, And if they do, right, imagine they make it 12 to 14, force a force buy from Method, 13 to 14, force an eco from Method, 14 to 14. Method, if they lose this one, that could spell the end for them. It's all down to this round number 26 here, Jack. As delayed, but eventual banana control will be fought.
Shots are starting to come out early on from him. You can see him looking a little bit impatient right now as he was trying to go for that play. It's actually Pulse that falls though as Astro takes the peek through, finds a headshot, leaving them in a 4 versus 5 early. So Method might have just thrown away their chance to try and get match point right now. Yeah,
Pulse as well. Stanley as well going to be shooting his AWP, which means CeX know there's an AWP towards the B bomb site. If I'm Astro right now, I'm calling an execute towards B. I'm smoking off CT, I'm smoking Ruin, I'm flashing over Molotov new box, Molotov first and second oranges, and force an execution onto the AWP and exploit the fact that the AWP is so weak versus strong and solid executions. It's going to be 40 seconds left. The one-man advantage for CeX on their T side as eventually the 3-man stack towards B happens from Method, and it's a good call as well as they risk it all into round number 26.
Now we're going to try and go for that late round play towards the B bomb site as they set themselves up, getting ever so ready to go for the play. Smoke will go over from Astro as they're then going to try and execute out, but will Stanley and co hold this off? He has that AWP in his hands. Can be incredibly naughty with a weapon. He's in a good position as well to try and use it. Jenko arrives on the scene to aid them as well. It's a big stack coming out from the side of Method as the push comes in. Jenko finds the first headshot. Ilzinho as well will claim one. Jenko with a second. Stanley's there. Spots out Link as somehow he's walking around the site like a lunatic. And it's just left on LS with 34 HP, miles away from all the action in Library, reading a book.
He would indeed. So, going to be forced to save this one as well. No chance from winning there. 10 seconds left on the clock. Has to run all the way towards CT. Bomb not planted as well. And an AWP on Stanley could just simply peek towards that area and take him down. It's going to be round number 27 now. 15 for Method. 1 round away. Match point for them on their CT side now. CeX have 4 more chances to bring this back to first OT. So of course now, as Method are on 15 rounds, CeX can't win this one in regulation. They have to force overtime. So can they do that, Jack? With 4 AKs and 1 Deagle onto Dances. Orb once again for standing towards the B bomb site, I believe. And yes, it is towards B. Pulse as well. Going to be joining him. So it's going to be the burst through middle here. Ilzinho may be caught off guard.
Flashbang goes over. See the panic in their eyes already as they now start to sprint in. Ilzinho tried to get away. He thought he actually had the upper hand with the timing there, but Hemzik spots him out as he was fumbling around with his utility. Takes him down. Mick overextends as well, but it doesn't really work out for him. He finds one headshot and then gets traded back by Astro. Astro as well, a second headshot as he connects that sideline on towards Jenko. It's just Pulse and Stanley left into the round. Hemzik, a beautifully placed round in towards Stanley's cranium as well.
Pulse now going to be saving this one eventually. It's going to be the 1 versus 4. No real chance for him. Has the kit but no utility to make this one even remotely feasible. As we will go into round number 28 here, Jack. 12 to 15 will be the scoreline. Money, what's the money going to be like, Jonathan? Can we see it real quick before we do turn over? So, it's not looking too good. Method going to be probably forced to force buy and use all the money they have in their bank. And from there, they're going to be able to afford, well, Pulse can drop over a UMP. They're going to have no other M4s to aid them in this scenario. Oh my goodness, Pulse. Oh my goodness. He thought he heard him there towards apartments, but actually Link was just running out through T-Apps. And it's going to be 12 to 15. No gun saved, and the force buy may come out from Method here. Then again, you know, 3,000 in the bank for MCK. So if they eco this one, they can buy up into round number 29. But even then, it's going to be 13 to 15. If Method buy in that round, they can save in round number 29. And then maybe go for, sorry, round number 30 maybe? I don't know, Jack. It's not looking too good for them. It's looking like this could easily be overtime.
We're going to have to wait and see if that is going to be the case right now. As Method, they're going for the early plays. They group up towards apartments. A little bit of aggression, shock and all thrown to the table. That's what you have to really try and do into these rounds. They can trade for each other. They can overwhelm any Ts that do push in early. But T's not really running the risk just yet. Link seems like he might be the one to fall into the trap, though.
He will indeed. 3 players towards apartments. This is exactly what we didn't see from CeX on their CT side. They played very passive towards sites. They gave up so much map control to Method on the terrorist side. And now you can see Method playing a lot more aggressive here with confidence towards apartments. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be the 1-man advantage for CeX on the T side as they find the first onto MCK.
Flashbang goes in. Pulse is going to be blind So they now take that hit towards mid. Seems like they are going to be trying to brute force their way straight through. Pulse is there with a CZ though. Just depends if he peeks into the crosshair, which he will do. So Dancy's is able to take him down, leaving them with just a couple of players left on the side of Method. It's not looking too great. Late reaction from Stanley there actually, but eventually will take down Astro.
Jenko as well spots. Actually no. Well, does spot Link off guard, but eventually won't get the kill. He's in it towards quad. Does tag up Hemsky, but will stay alive. And now it's all just Stanley. Last alive towards B. More save the AK potential to round number 29. So, do they buy? Obviously, if Stanley saves this, there's a chance. If Stanley has enough money to buy an M4, he can drop over this AK, buy an M4. You have two other players buy M4s as well. You can potentially buy into this one, but it's very risky.
You're going to have to wait and see really what they actually opt to go for now into this following round. This is very important though for Method at this point because they might actually let themselves slip away. Obviously they have guaranteed overtime at the very least, but they want to try to close it out right here, right now, get the 2-0 in the series.
Stanley's going to hit the footsteps. Doesn't land a shot, misses the headshot, and Link will eventually take him down. A 3k for him into that round, and actually Link there. 20 kills, or 23 kills for him so far on the T side of Inferno. Hemsky 21 kills as well, so currently leading the charge. Dancy's and LS bottom fragging, not too good for the new addition there. For Method, Pulse, once again top fragging for the CT side currently, but they are only 2 rounds away from greeting and being met by overtime. So it's going to be the eco once again. Method going to be doing pistols 3 rounds on the trot as they want the best possible buy leading into round number 30. Anyway, enough about the future. Into the present. It's going to be round number 29 now, Jack, as it will be the upgraded pistols onto all of these CT players. Kevlar on just the Stanley and MCK. And apart from that, versus them with a 4AK and AWP setup.
Oh, Mick, you thought you might have actually had the drop on Link there, but unfortunately he gets taken down. It's a swift one-tap from Link. That's all it took. Peeks out as well, finds another headshot back on Warden's post. Very, very fast reactions there, but Jenko retaliates with a tap of his own. Takes down Link, but Hemzik going to connect it. These pistols doing so much damage into the round.
They are indeed. Jenko and Stanley. Actually, Stanley, they catches out Astro off guard. Still the one-man advantage run off for CeX, and of course, Jenko having no Kevlar may just save the AK into the next round, having the upgraded firepower. Stanley could do the same as well.
All important. Obviously, the next round coming up is going to be the deciding factor. Will this go to overtime, 15-15, or is this going to be Method closing it out of that 16 rounds in the bank?
Potentially, of course. It is still match point for Method here, Jack. It's going to be 15-14 as the bomb will eventually expire. As you see, the remaining 2 Method players just going to be saving their AKs. Obviously, going to the final round, having the Kalashnikov over the M4 is the preferred weapon. 1 bullet headshot and whatnot. So, all to play here, all to play for here, Jack, as we go into round number 30. Method, if they take this one, they close it out 16-14. CeX, they win this one, they force overtime. And with the momentum they've had so far on their T side, they could easily be closing it out in OT. So, Method win this round, they will win 2-0. 16-5 on Cash, and potentially 16-14 on Inferno. That's, of course, if they do take this one, after conceding so many in the trot. Jonathan, if we can see the scoreboard here. So how many is it? So, Method with a pistol and versus the Folico. But since then, they've won 3 rounds. CeX on the other hand, though, have won 9 rounds on their T side. If they take 10 gun rounds on their terrorist side, Jack, that's what's going to be forcing OT.
Scary stuff. There is that debate going on as well between the Method players and what buy they wanted to go for. You could see them up to deciding if they actually want to go for that double AWP setup.
No AWPs, wow. So are they going to get aggressive here? Maybe a double push towards Banana or a push towards Apartments? Let's see what they're going to do. So without the AWP, they might not play as passive. Let's see now. Astro gets a little bit too audacious there. Dancer will burn alive. The Molotov goes down to 50 HP. And oh my goodness, Saki, that's not how you throw around, please.
Astro just waiting for the push come through as well. He spots out the gun barrel, but he just goes for the spam. Pulse doesn't peek into it, though. Won't walk into the trap, but they have gone 1-1. So that advantage has been reset.
Oh, here's the thud there from the flashbang. Astro going to be taking the 1-versus-1 versus Pulse. Gets tagged up a little bit. The Molotov comes through. Going to force the peek from Pulse now, as he will win. It's going to be the 3-versus-4 in the favor of CeX.
Method. 3 players remaining into the round. It just depends on where CeX are going to situate their attack. Mick, Nilzinho, and Jenko are left. 2 of the very strong aims on the side of Method still alive and kicking. It's just going to be a matter of time until someone walks into their crosshairs.
So, MCK towards default. Jenko towards pit right now for the Method CT side defense towards A. They're going to be leaving Nilzinho, the captain, as their anchor towards the B-bomb side. So good read. They're going to keep 2 players here. They are a man down, but Astro is low. Let's see what they can do here. Jenko chucks the flashbang up towards quad, but look at them. Look at this play here from the T's. They're going to be stacking together as a 4. They might actually wrap up Arch and catch Method off guard and force overtime.
And they're going to go for the playback through. It seems they are. Take that speedway control, head over towards the B-bomb site.
Oh,
they have stepped as well, though.
Yeah, Mick's going to hear it. They're going to win it. I think they're going to do it, Jack.
They have gone for their play towards B.
Oh,
the late rotate's still not there. They forced Nilzinho out of position. The Molotov comes in, but he finds 1 frag. Can he get the second? It would have been so crucial if he could, but it doesn't go down. It's left in a 3 versus 2. 1 player is low on Astro. So Jenko and Mick have to attempt to retake this.
Not like this Method. MCK now the 1 versus 3. They have the man advantage there towards Banana. And Pulse and Stanley, they throw away that advantage towards Banana. And from there, they can't quite claim it back. Hemsky, Astro are low. But MCK without the kit, no chance here for him, as he will be most likely losing this one. It's looking like it's going to go to overtime.
Needs to do something right now. As time is clicking away, he just has to push in. We'll find 1 frag back towards him.
There's no time.
Bomb site. He will find that headshot, apparently. He takes down Astro, but there's no time for him to win this. It is going to go to overtime.
Saves the AK though for the next round, of course. Oh dear. 15 to 15 here, Jack. Method. 15 to 11 advantage. They eco 3 rounds on the trot.
Yeah.
For that 1 buy, and that 1 buy is thrown away eventually towards the plate, towards Banana.
I don't understand the push towards Banana. They still knew there was another player there. Why are they even trying to take the fight? You had the first round advantage. You had the first kill advantage even.
Yeah, I mean, you have the man advantage already. Yes, you want control of Banana, but they don't expect Astro to be there, and he gets the 2K towards Banana and basically just wins the round there for CeX.
Could have been in bed.
Could have been in bed. Could have been bedtime.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. No, it's not, mate. 5 to 9.
Could have been the Jimmy Jams.
Could have been the Jimmy Jams. Ready for a sleep for tomorrow. What is tomorrow, Jack? What's happening at 7 PM tomorrow?
This. We're back with this. I don't know what the game is, so I can't tell you.
Well, I imagine it's the winner of this probably versus the winner of the game that's going on right now.
Well, who knows?
Adrian, could you ask Jonathan Kelly what the score is in the game versus Reason and Fish123? Is that possible? Thank you. While we wait for the tally and the score between the other game that's going on off stream, 9-5 to Fish. And who won the first map, please, Adrian? So Fish won the first map 19 to 17 versus Reason. They are 1 map up, and on the second map they are 9 to 5 up as well. So this could be a 2-0 for Fish, a 2-0 for Method, and from there Method versus Fish123 in the upper bracket final. Winner of that as well would qualify for the finals on Friday, which we're going to be there for.
Yep, we are, yeah. You threw in the surprise, didn't you?
Oh yeah, whoops. Well, there you go.
This is good. It's all right. Enjoying this one.
Is that all you're going to give me?
Well, what do you want from me?
I don't know, some analysis, say some good stuff about
well, they're throwing rounds, aren't they, Snods? They're doing nothing.
Yeah,
it's
they
terrible
are. They are throwing rounds.
It's basic CS, boys, and they
There
can't
you
even
go.
play it. So what's the point?
I don't know,
If they're not going to put the effort in, neither am I. All right?
They did eco 3 rounds of the trot. That was a bit cuckoo.
Yeah.
That was a bit silly. So, Method 15 to 11 up. They concede 4 rounds in the trot, and it's going to be overtime, actually, with a man advantage as well in that final round. We go to OT. CeX on the T side win 10 gun rounds, and they force overtime, Jack. And I believe we are going live very shortly.
You pulled that out, Finnair.
Well, no, because do you not hear the voting thing?
No, I can hear someone moving their mouse up and down, but that's like panning over players on the scoreboard.
Unless they're forcing or going for a second pause, I guess.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? What do you reckon they're talking about?
I don't know. Do you reckon Method's quite tilted right now?
Probably a little bit, mate. Yeah, probably. Probably
So
wanted to
is
win
that
the
all
game,
you're gonna
didn't they?
give me?
Probably wanted to win the game, and they didn't. They've gone to OT, so they've not won the game yet.
They haven't won the game, Jack. They haven't.
You know, as Mick's name says, he wants to go to bed.
He does want to go to bed. It's 9 PM. Bedtime for Mick. He wants to get in his gym jams and head off for a sleep.
Yeah. Head off to sleep school.
Sleep school.
Planet Dream.
Planet Dream.
Straight
Oh
on.
dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. We are going live in just a second.
Yeah, that time it is accurate. There you go. We're back.
So it was the second pause. Anyway, it's going to be the first round of OT here, as Method are staying and continuing the reign on the CT side. It's going to be the 4 AK buy and the AWP once again for Hemsky. So Dancy is going to be giving away the AWP to the Swedish import. Doesn't really go anywhere near that one. It's going to be the 5 rifle set of run out from the CT side. No AWP from Method once again. Can they finally claim around after losing 4 on the trot?
Push is coming out early from the side of CeX. A little bit more aggressive than what we were used to in the previous couple of rounds, but just holding their own for now, waiting for the push to come towards them.
So, 1 minute 30 on the clock. Bomb back towards T-steps. Dance is playing very passive right now. Did get tagged up and over by the grenades, I believe, in his banana, but nevertheless, it still will be a stalemate towards the map itself. Smoke comes back in from Jenko towards middle, and as soon as they run out of smokes towards mid, they should eventually fall back towards site, but let's see if Method are going to overstay their welcome and play a little bit more audacious and aggressive to try and catch CeX off guard.
Incredibly slow rounds here on Inferno. The map known for slow rounds.
Cheers.
I'm giving you little bits of information,
yeah,
mate.
no,
well, there's nothing really going on.
I get it.
What do you want from me?
Casting, mate. There you go, right? I want play-by-play, so I'll take this bit and you take the next bit. How about that?
Well, so you want to do play-by-play?
Should I?
I thought that's what you just said.
No, I said I do this bit where it's colour.
Yeah, but there's nothing going on.
Now there is.
Well, there you go. Link gets first headshot as he peeks out, tries to do a bit more damage. He will double it up right now. It's 2 for Tuesdays, apparently, as he storms his way onto the bomb site. Flashbang's guard to try and keep them at bay. Nilzinho in the elevated angle will hammer down as he finds one kill, but he couldn't quite connect it on the second. CeX in a good position to pick up the round.
That's what I was waiting for, Jack, and it seems like Method weren't ready for that one. It's going to be the audacious mid-burst there. The flashbang comes out, catches 2 players off guard, as Link finds a very crisp headshot there for the first player towards Quad, and aligns to the second with the spray. It's going to be 16 to 15 as Method are forced to save, and 5 rounds on the trot now for CeX on the terrorist side.
If Nilzinho had to be an Overwatch character, who do you think he would be?
Reinhardt.
Yeah. Is that because I said hammer down? Is that the only reason?
No, because he's the support player, and he's like the captain that leads by example, mate.
Well, Reinhardt's a tank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Leads by example, mate. Goes first.
All right, yeah, I guess, yeah. What about Jenko?
He's a tracer, isn't he?
Do you
or
reckon?
a Widowmaker.
You reckon he's a tracer? Oh, yeah, he is quite a Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always leaping around on grappling hooks, isn't he?
Yeah.
Every time you see him.
Loves it, doesn't he?
He's like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It's a
yeah,
hyphen.
It's a hyphen, my bad.
Yeah. What about Pulse, mate?
Pulse would be a tracer, I reckon.
Yeah, you doing
Does
a tracer?
No offense to the guy, he does look a bit like Tracer.
I was thinking more, obviously... what's his name?
Hanzo, whatever?
No. I can't remember his name. The dwarf.
the turret guy. Yeah, Torbjorn, yeah.
Not because Pulse is small, because he's always building turrets. I don't know. It was because he was small. Yeah. It was because he was small. All right, I'll own up.
And then who's Mick? Soldier 76. 100%.
Where's your connection? Just
the
because
ult, because of the aim.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that. All right. What about Stanley?
Hanzo.
Why though?
No, he'd be more of the supportive player again. What's the butch one with the pink hair?
Look, Zarya.
Yeah, he'd be Zarya.
Yeah, I guess. He has got quite a few piercings though. Wouldn't he be more of a Roadhog?
Yeah.
No, he's not. I don't know though. He isn't much of a Roadhog. Roadhog not by personality.
But by figure.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. It's going to be Dances on 11 HP, not 17. But it will be 16 to 15, and if CeX win one more, they will get to 17. So far so good from CeX. 5 rounds in the trot on the terrorist side. Let's see what they can do into this one. Smoke comes out with 40 seconds left of the charge, and the assault comes down towards the A side.
Set themselves up right now as this push will finally come through. CeX going to get another round into this first half of OT as they burst their way out, trying to cause a stun. It was Nilzinho chime in with a nice little hammer though. So connects that first shot. Astro will respond, but Mick and Jenko does damage. The Dream Team starts to come to life as he nails it from left field. It was Nilzinho for the final frag as well as he takes down Astro. And they're back at 16-16. Who will take the advantage in the half though?
Well, if this does go 70 to 16 for Method, on their CT side, we'll see them really struggle in the buy rounds. If they can claim 2 rounds on the CT side and force CeX to win 3 rounds on the trot on the CT side to force the third map, that's where I believe the advantage will lie. Let's see now. Nilzinho has a spawn towards mid. We'll take it actually as he peeks out there trying to find the first frag. Actually, no. Goes for the more passive setup. And waits to see if someone's going to be peeking into his alluring scope. It's going to be half HP there for Astro towards Banana. He gets tagged up trying to play aggressive once again, but this time Pulse and Stanley won't be throwing an advantage. They're going to play rather passive towards Banana and allow CeX to have control of B.
Nilzinho waiting for this push to come through, but no one's going to be charging towards him just yet. CeX still taking it slow as they Miranda around the map.
Bomb towards middle. Hemsky with the AWP as well with Astro. CeX not giving away their hand just yet towards the T side. They are showing some presence towards A, but I think what's going to happen, Jack, is they show presence towards A, eventually have some flashbang, some noise towards B, and then go for the eventual hit towards the A bomb side, still a fake towards B because they're full control of Banana, but actually no. They're going to be doing a reversal of that, Jack. Execution towards A, and the attack is going to come back, and they're going to rejoin forces towards the B bomb side.
Oh, it's just so smart, so strategic from the side of CeX. Exhilarating plays, keeping you on your toes.
Literally.
Yeah, I am
At
standing.
Masters, you are on your toes.
We are standing. The push comes through though. Stanley elevated angle. He is on his toes right now as he finds one kill. Another will go the way of Pulse as well, but it's a triple kill that comes out for CeX as they start to take the lead. It's just Mick and Nilzinho remaining. Nilzinho is there. Can't quite get the position to try and go for the opening frag. He can't equalize the situation just yet. He spots out LS. He will wide face and takes him down for some reason as they fall back into a 2 versus 2, but Link's in the rear. And he's ready to try and unload, and he will do so.
Nilzinho now the 1 versus 2 as the kip. No utility to aid him. Might stick it actually here. Doesn't see anyone towards Paul. Going to tap the bomb and stick it. Dance is going to peek out and we'll take him down, please. God, imagine if he whiffed there. 17 to 16 will be the scoreline here, Jack, as it's looking like this could definitely go to a third map.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, it'd be lovely, mate. Wouldn't you love that?
Can hear some bees in game. Do you hear that? That definitely sounds like a bee. Why would there be a bee there?
What's a group of bees?
I don't know.
A swarm.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is. Wow. You know what? when you throw it out like that, it really throws you off.
I've caught you off guard, haven't I?
Yeah.
What do you put in a toaster?
Bread.
Oh, yeah. I've already used that one on you before, haven't I?
Well, yeah, that's easy.
Okay.
What gets wetter when it dries?
A towel.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't catch off guard that easy though, Jack. You're thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good one, mate. Nah, it's gone.
Okay, anyway, it's going to be the first frag they're found from Dances. Method right now need to win 3 on the trot. It's first to 19. If they concede 1 round of the T side, the best they can get is second OT. Oh my goodness, Jacob! Okay, well it's looking like he wants this to end at a 2-0. Jack, he does want to see cash. Nuke even.
Oh, it's Nuke, isn't it?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, have fun, Jonathan, on that one.
Whew. All right then, the push comes through. Let's see if they can try and close it out for us and for you as they try and lock down this game. Pulse and Nilzinho in position. Nades will start to soar through the sky right now. LS and Dances are there, ready to try and retake it, but it's not looking like they will be able to pull this retake off just yet as they're scared.
Terrified, mate. Nilzinho peeks up, does find the frag as well onto LS, and now Dances with the AWP in the 1 versus 2.
Absolutely Enio'd off the back of that kill.
Yes, exactly.
Going to push through. It's a Disco Inferno. He's dead.
Yes, exactly.
Is Dances known for his dance moves?
I've never seen him cut shapes in the rave yet, mate.
No?
No, I haven't.
Cut shapes? You mean throw shapes?
No, it's cut shapes.
Throwing shapes.
Right,
Mate,
can we get
it's
Twitter poll, please?
Throwing
It's
shapes.
cutting shapes.
No, it isn't.
It's cutting shapes.
You're in the club cutting shapes?
Yeah,
What, are you a geologist?
100%. No.
Exactly. Then you're out there throwing shapes, boy.
No, you're cutting shapes.
Oh, I don't know what world you're on. Planet Cut. Planet Shapes.
Boost comes in from Dance. He's now trying to see if he can get the first kill towards Banana, but no one from the Method side is going to be playing aggressive towards Banana just yet. And actually, as I say that, Sunny gives away the advantage. Once again, Method 1 man down, but last time, Janko managed to pull through and equalise the numbers. Can he do it again, though?
4 versus 5. Not quite your 5 a day.
Oh no. Actually, you've already had one a day.
It's true, I have my...
You've had your juice drink. You're 1 out of 5. And now,
my juice burst.
Method have only got 4 left, just like you, mate.
They're going to go for the burst as they push their way through, trying to pull this round out of the bag. But let's see if that is going to be the case. Stanley being down could come back to haunt them. They actually resituate the attack, though, and are going to go for a late round play towards the B bomb site. LS and Dances are in position. They have the flashbang to provide over support. And the AWP of Dances to try and do the real damage, the impact frags.
So, They are eventually going to be going back towards the B bomb site. It's a good setup here from the CT side. Dances with the AWP towards CT, and then let's stay with the pin flashbang as soon as Dances does shoot. It's looking good here, Jack, for CEX on the CT side. Let's see, though. If the execution is good towards CT and Ruin, and they block off any impact that the AWP can have, this should be round number 18 here for CEX.
So set themselves up to try and go for this burst play towards B bomb site. Flashbangs have gone over. Will they keep the CTs at bay? LS caught off guard as he was facing anti-flash. Pulse and Mick do damage as they pick up these frags so easily now. The rotate's coming in as well, but Pulse is swiftly moving in to try and capitalize the frag back on towards Dances. Astro will find one, but it's too little too late. Method could be grabbing round 18 right here, right now, but Link through the smoke will rip the head clean off of Jenko.
The bomb!
They haven't got... Oh, they have. You scared me.
2 versus 2 right now. Mick and Pulse versus Astro and Link. Let's see what they can do. Kits, 1 flashbang and a smoke is what the CTs have for the retake here as they smoke off Ruin. And now they're actually going to be pushing through at MCK. No, they're not. They're just duking it out. And MCK still wary. Doesn't expect them to be pushed in through CT just yet.
Nick is going to tiptoe through. Pulse is in position, ready to try and do the damage with the AWP as he will go for the contact play. Shoots him right in the knees, blown it off. He'll be limping around for the rest of his days, and Mick will capitalise as he sends Astro back to Earth.
What's the chance that a failed smoke towards CT gets you 2 kills, Jack?
About, you know,
1 in
4.
2, 4? Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Cool. Yeah, no,
I don't know. I'd never tell me the odds. What are the chances of CEX picking up this round with such a horrific bye?
1 out of 3. I reckon Method might choke this one, you know?
Do you? I hope not.
No, same. It's going to be 18-17. Match point here for Method on Inferno. And if they win this one versus the weak buy coming up from CX, just upgraded pistols, Kevlar across the board, no rifles or SMGs, they will close this series out 2-0. Exactly, it is cutting shapes in the rave. I just saw it in chat. Thanks, big shout out to Robbie YT. Cutting shapes in the rave.
As if you're reading chat.
Yeah, I'm 1-0 up, mate.
And also, I mean, you're just wrong. It's throwing shapes, so you're still wrong.
Cool, yeah.
At the end of the day.
Can we get a poll, please, on Twitter, Mark? Social media guy.
Who's Mark?
Social media guy for Masters.
Oh, you're
Top
plugged
lads.
in. You're in the Matrix, mate. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, you're just living in the future. 30-17 over there for Snarts.
Of course, mate. Let's see, though. It's going to be Hemsky towards Arch, but it's looking like the test is going to be coming towards Mick and Jenko. Are they going to get the first frag here and get the advantage finally for Method? Yes, they are. 1-man lead now versus the Pistols.
First frag going to go their way, but can they close the game out here and now? Let's see if that will be the case. They fund to put their way in towards the bomb site like a herd of elephant. Jenko will find another headshot, doing damage. Jenko starts to reign supreme as he gets the hat-trick. Jenko is ready to close the game out and get to bed.
Bedtime for the CX lads as they are eventually going to lose 0-2 as is the 2 versus 5. Pistols galore is all they have, and Yosunic is going to turn into 1 versus 5. Dancy's definitely not showing up tonight in this playoff game. We'll get 1, but eventually goes down. All he gets for himself is 1 kill. It's going to be 19-17, 2-0 for Method as they win Inferno. And then Cash, of course, the first map, 16-5. So your first best of 3 of the UK Masters playoffs is a 2-0, and Method take it.